Tank Joey Dawejko. What's good, Joey?
What's up, man?
All right, so we at your media workout. You're facing Mike Marshall. What's your thoughts on the fight?
It's gonna be a good fight. Mike's pretty slick. You know what I mean? He, kind of have almost the same style. See what happens.
Have you ever sparred Mike before?
Yeah, I did. I sparred him last year. Around I forget what month it was, but it was definitely last year.
Why was he the right opponent for this time?
You know, Mike's a good fighter, so I didn't want an easy fight. You know what I mean? So Mike was the right opponent because he's going to test me a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, shit. When have you ever had an easy fight, Joey?
I never had an easy fight. It don't matter how you look at my if you look at my resume. I never had an easy fight.
Bro, you fought like 10 undefeated guys.
Yeah. Look, my thinking is, if you're a fighter, why wouldn't you want to fight them kind of fighters? You know what I mean? So that's just what it is.
Do you feel like nowadays people are too concerned with protecting their own?
Yeah, you know, guys fight on cards that build their record up and they pay for fights and stuff. That's not boxing, man. That's not boxing. So I feel like if you're gonna fight.
If you're successful against Mike Marshall, when do you want to return back to the ring?
As soon as possible. You know, we'll see what happens. I need to put together like 2 good wins, and then maybe move on to like a good name or something, or a bigger fight. We'll see what happens though.
Is there anybody that you haven't faced that you like? Oh, I would always I want that fight.
Honestly, like I'm at the point in my career where I can't really call anybody out. So if the fight comes to me, I'm good with it. But there's always guys that I would really want to fight. It's just I'm not in the right position right now to call anybody out. You know what I mean? I always want to fight big names, big fighters. It don't matter. But right now, like I said, I got to put 2 good wins together, and then we'll figure that out after.
How do you see the outcome of this fight being?
Of this fight?
Yeah.
Look, I'm friends with Mike. You know what I mean? I'm friends with Mike Marshall, and it don't matter. Like, we're getting into the ring together, but I'm definitely gonna beat him. It's not one of them kind of fights to where I'm not sure of myself or anything, but it'll be a good fight for me to come back in front of my fans and everything, and in front of the people of Philly, put on a good show, get them out of there, and then move on from there. You know what I mean?
Is it tough to turn the killer on when you like a
What's
guy?
that?
I said, is it tough to turn the killer on when you like a guy?
Absolutely not. Before, this is how I fed my family. You know what I mean? This is how I made my money. So it didn't matter who was in there. Like, they could have called me to fight my brother, and I was ready to go because this is what I do. You know what I mean? So friends, family, whatever. It don't matter. I gotta support my family.
I dig it. Now, like you said, you've been a road warrior. You fought a bunch of undefeated guys, and you sparred the best. Mm-hmm. Who do you feel like is the best fighter you've ever been in a ring with, whether amateur, sparring, or professional?
Honestly, Frank Sanchez was probably the best fighter that I've been in with. Like, he's good, man. Like, he's really good, and I hate to give him props like that because that fight made me mad, but it is what it is.
What gave you trouble? Him being so slick?
Yeah, like all the other fights that I watched him in, right? Mm-hmm. He always pressed the action, like he was aggressive, like he wanted to knock out. With me, like he stayed away from me. It felt like he wanted to just outbox me, outpoint me, and that was his game plan. Mm-hmm. But I prepared for something completely different, and that's with a couple different fights too that I fought over the years. But it is what it is, man. But that's what got me. Like, he stayed away from me a little bit, and he used like his knowledge to do that. You know what I mean? His ring IQ, and he's really good.
Is that your first Cuban fighter you ever fought? Because I knew you were a decorated amateur.
Yeah, so I fought in the World Championships in 2007, 2008, and in the finals I fought this kid from Germany, and the day before he beat the Cuban. So I was already in the finals. Like I already won my fight to get to the finals, and I was watching that fight, and I was like, man, I hope the Cuban wins because I really want to fight like a Cuban because the Cubans are the best amateur fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was excited about that, and the German kid beat the dog shit out of the Cuban guy.
Yo, that's
I was
unusual.
surprised, man. I was really surprised, but then I went and beat the German. So like I never got a chance to fight a Cuban fighter after that.
All right.